Hello visuals, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another edition of Superhero Wednesday, where this week we're going to take another look at a comic book review, but more specifically it is time for the Absolute Batman issue 14 review with spoilers and all that kind of shit. That I just quickly want to jump straight out and say there are some phenomenal visuals in this. This thing here, Absolute Batman, the whole entire run has been beautiful. And with this is obviously the point of the story where it looks like we're just jumping straight into it. Where we're trying to get to the climax of the ultimate face-off, the final show between the Batman and Bane. And fuck me, did this deliver? Yes, it didn't just deliver, it fucking brought it with your nan sealed up, all ready for what the fuck? It turned up with your, I don't know what I was implying there. It turned up with your nan. It just smashed it on every aspect. So, like we said, we were getting ready for this final showdown between Batman and Bane. Batman sent out a message and it went into all the different like stations and TV channels and shit inside of Gotham saying, be here, be here, be here, be here, be here. This time, we're going to finally get it done. Bane's ready to finally have this final sort of little test done so we can go back back to his homeland and back to his family and all this kind of shit. We know that he's doing this on the behalf or the bidding of the Joker. He's like giving him a deal and all this kind of shit. As you can already see, this version of Killer Croc is going to be heavily involved in this story. And it's the ultimate showdown. Oh, I keep saying showdown wrong. It's the ultimate showdown, and like I said, it just does not fail to deliver on any. I really can't talk. It was just such a fucking good read. The issue starts off. I'll show you here. We kind of get like the little calm before the storm. We see a couple of a bit of Joker's, Bane's handiwork from what he did to Penguin and Oz and Ed and all that kind of shit. What he did to him. We get this awesome picture, Abomination, just Batman juiced up on Venom. You do it as well. Don't worry, he doesn't end up like this. Spoiler. He keeps his sanity and he keeps what it is he needs to do and all this kind of stuff. So we start off as well. We see the showdown. Got the Gotham Mayor saying nothing's gonna happen. No, it's all a bunch of hoax. Batman's really the bad guy and all this kind of shit. But behind the scenes, he's saying like ready up and all this kind of shit. Bane's getting ready to rock and roll. They're doing all the final checks, getting ready for this last little showdown. But what I really love about this is, as like there's Bane coming into the stadium, ready to meet up with Bruce and shit. We get these little flashbacks between Waylon Jones getting ready for a fight from back in the day, and Bruce, and a flashback between that and moments when Waylon was nearly out of the fight and all this kind of shit. And as well, of course, remember, we get Harley, she's helping in this, and Alfred's going over the plan. He's saying, remember, do this at this time, and when we've spent all of his venom and all this kind of shit, you can use yours and get yourself all big and whatnot. To be fair as well, actually, on the page before, we see Catwoman and she's sort of having a look at the back cowl and stuff. But that entry, just that panel there, I just want to more specifically go on the visuals of this is his entrance into the arena and this kind of shit. And it's quite cool as well because he's like, well, here I am. I said, here I am. Where's your champion? And then we get a nice little, at the bottom, just a Batman, hello. And all of Harley and all of her goons and all that kind of shit getting ready to... nearly dying off. Stream it live because obviously Gotham, the mayor, and all the people, the higher powers of Gotham don't want to show it to the rest of the city, but she's going to stream with her drones and with her drones, and they bring the building, well, the top of the building, a building. Fucking hell! Trying to do a review with words and I can't use them. They bring a building down to try and crush Bane, and it comes down. Boom, 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 boom. Away we go with that beautiful little shot there. But is a building going to be enough to stop Bane? Absolutely not. And we see Bane come out the wreckage just at a fucking unfathomable, ridiculous, crazy size. And we see Alfred come in the Batmobile, and there's more of the flashbacks of the fight. Just come in, and we see Batman get ready with, is it his cowl? Is it a bit of his thing that he rips off his... Is it his horn? I can't remember. And they literally rip out Bane's eye. And he stabs him up and he fucks him up and he hits him from the back and all this. Like, look at that shit without my horrible fingers being in the way and shit. And it doesn't quite go to plan, and it just pisses Bane off more. And he's talking about how he's going to regenerate and recharge and just just look at the monumental size that he's getting to. He's getting far too big. Harley shouts, you know, release the beast in green. And here we go with Killer Croc ready to get his hands on Bane himself, because obviously they have beef throughout this absolute universe and shit. And Killer Croc's wrapping him up. He's literally devouring bits of his meat and eating them whole at the same time. We see Batman there carving away at the legs. Bane's still fucked up, his eye recovering and shit. Tosses Batman to one side, thinking, yeah, fuck you. We have a mini little showdown with just Croc and Bane. Then again, there's more of the flashbacks, and, you know, because Wayland was supposed to take a dive in this kind of fight, and, you know, a massive underdog going into the fight anyway. We get that, like I said, that shot there of Bane trying to rip the jaws of Killer Croc open. More going on. And we, oh my god, there's a cool bit here. What is Harley telling him? I'm sure she, I'm sure she said something cool. That's it there, sorry. She's on about an alligator, and then Batman's like, crocodile. The fact that he's still having these sort of like little back and forwards and shit throughout the fucking issue, which is just crazy. He's kind of getting the best of Croc there. Batman comes down, and we see this moment here of Bruce in the cage from back in the day, trying to steer Wayland on and stuff like that. And we get this massive slice of the back from Batman with his big battle axe and whatnot, and he tells her to, you can go relax now, you can go just chill out, the rest of it's on me, I need to finish this myself. And throughout it as well, we're on wondering when's Bruce going to use the Venom, when's he going to finally not surrender to it, but use it as a way to try and make it a bit more equal. Bane being fucked up from that slash and stuff like that, and Batman taunting him, and we get this fucking horrible image of just skin and flesh and blood and carnage to Bane to then once again recover and just start wailing on Bruce down there and just absolutely fucking him up. But just like when you thought Wayland was down in the fight and you think Bruce is down in the fight, he isn't. But he's getting pounded on, he's getting hit on, he's getting all this kind of shit. But of course, Batman is with other people. He does have some allies and shit. And Venom, Bane's using all of his Venom and shit. We see this horrible bit where like his mutation and all this shit, sort of like stuff growing where it shouldn't be and shit. We're also hearing back at Arkham, the scientist, like, oh my god, this is crazy. You should be able to get to this size and all this kind of stuff. Catwoman then does make an appearance and starts absolutely weighing down on Bane with a gun, and just Venom overload on Bane here. And these again more just beautiful shots of this, and just far too fucking mushy monstrosity carnage, just big, disgusting. He turns into Mulch eventually, but at the end, Batman does finally beat him. We see a little look there with Ed there underneath. There's all the flesh and meat and horribleness of Bane. We get a look there of Bruce lifting up Wayland, and then Bruce taking what's left of Bane, or at least what we think's left of Bane, and ready to dump it. We do get a little cliffhanger as well of where the other bit of Venom is. Catwoman's off on her own little jollies with it still, and it's a nice little shot. Look of Oz and stuff, and Harvey being like, yes, go on. Like Bruce saying, Bruce kicked him right into the bay. You see that Oz, so they're happy for the win. We get this shot, though, where you think it's all done and dusted, and obviously Bane's like done. That's what's left of Bane. How fucking disgusting is that? Bane is just a bit of brain, eyes, a bit of spine, and whatever else may be in there. But we get this absolutely disgusting look at the Joker. Obviously, you think Bane will eventually maybe regenerate and go back to where he needs to go and all this kind of shit. And the Joker's like, no, see that reflection in his eye there? That's me bombing your homeland and your family and all this kind of shit. They're no longer going to exist. I'm just a pure, horrible, cruel little prick. And we get issue end. So, fuck me, I feel like I did an awful job at reviewing that. Just carnage in this issue. Absolute fucking carnage from Croc and Bruce tag teaming with the help of Alfred and using the Batmobile to try and pincer him and bring him down and shit. Bruce slicing open up his back, his eyeball, doing all this kind of crazy, horrible, scary stuff. To Bane just keep coming and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and just fucking just full on mayhem. I fucking love it so much. Bruce does eventually win the final showdown, but there's cliffhangers. What's Catwoman's plans with the Venom? The Joker obviously fucking over Bane. Does Bane, when he does regenerate and come back, does he team up with Batman? Does he help him out? The cover of the next issue is the Joker all fucked up and scary and crazy. If Bane give him this hard of a time, I imagine Joker's going to give him just as much, even more of a hard time. So that's going to be exciting to see. But anyway, there we go. Issue 14 of Absolute Batman reviewed, poorly reviewed. If you've read it already, visuals, let me know what you think in the comments below. What a fucking sick read it is, and what a sick read it continues to be. But let me know what you think of my review in the comments below, even know how horrible and probably just mostly my fingers in the corner there. Absolutely outstanding. Visuals, there we go. Absolute Batman, spoiler-heavy review. It is beautiful. It continues to be beautiful. But thank you so much for watching. You guys are literally the fucking best. Everyone's keep being you and keep on web slinging on.